Our next film, Chan is Missing, is a rarity of a movie. It's the first feature film I've ever seen about contemporary Chinese Americans. In this case, Chinese Americans in San Francisco's Chinatown. It's a mystery that involves two business partners, one old, one young, and their search for a man named Chan. They paid him $4,000 in order to rent a cab, and he then disappeared. The mystery is beguiling for sure, but the film really gains a lot of its power from the sheer fact that it takes us behind the usual stereotypes in Chinese restaurant facades, which is usually all that most of us non-Chinese really know about Chinese Americans. In this scene, this odd couple of characters, the two partners, knock on the door of Chan's neighbor looking for the missing Chan. The film is shot in black and white.
You come in here every night.
But she ain't in.
Looking for John Hill? Look for that woman who took picture.
You know him?
Hey, we're friends of Chan Hong. My name's Joe.
Hey, Joe. Just a fact, man. Dum-da-dum-dum. Look for the woman who took the photograph from Chan Yung's room.
What about this woman who took those pictures? Can you tell us more?
That's a relative.
Hey, Joe, you want Chan Yung's bill? They gave them all me. Your woman don't want them either.
Is she a relative? Can we come in and talk to you?
Yeah, tell him what to tell him.
Can we see the bills?
Hey, Joe, you see Rockford last night? All rerun. Woman in red took photograph.
Doesn't know what kind of photograph.
What kind of pictures are they? Can you let us in so we can look at them?
Hey, you Chinese, Joe?
Hey,
Are you Chinese?
I Chinese. I don't like Chinese, though.
Hey, what about that woman? Is she a relative of Chan Hong?
Hey, Joe. You police?
No, we're not cops.
No, business partners of Chun Hong.
You know, I don't want nothing to do with Chinese.
Hey, hello.
Hey, can we talk to you for a minute, sir? We just need to talk to you.
Hey, hello. Hello.
Forget it. Let's go the other way. Got your magnum? Let's go.
That young actor is fabulous. I'd watch him in any movie. Eventually, after a lot of walking around Chinatown, the older man does locate a couple of clues, including the link to a photograph found in Chan's hotel room.
Today, a community newspaper published the photograph of the flag-waving incident. But some people claim that it was of another flag-waving incident 2 years ago. People think that it was published to take the heat off of finding the real one. This is all too confusing. I went home to get a bite to eat. There was only a piece of leftover pizza. Chen Hung used to always talk about how Marco Polo stole everything from us. First pasta, then pizza. Too bad the Chinese didn't have tomatoes. But I shouldn't complain. The only thing I use my oven for is to store gadgets. I guess I'm no gourmet Chinese cook, and I'm no Charlie Chan either. Although I did start watching some of his reruns for cheap laughs. Charlie says, when superior men have no clue, be patient. Maybe he become lucky. The next night, I was cleaning out the cab Chan Hung was driving the day he disappeared. I found a letter in Chinese and a gun under the front seat. The police are still looking for the gun the old man used to shoot his neighbor. Steve thinks it's the gun I found in Chan Hong's cab. He thinks that Chan Hong was the one who actually killed the neighbor, and that the old man was just covering up for him. I tried to contact the old man again. He still refuses to see me. But he told me that Chun Hung had nothing to do with the murder or the flag-waving incident. He said that Chun Hung just got paranoid and made everything up in his own mind.
I love even the way the gun is photographed, highlighting its importance by showing it in relief like that, the quiet, and then the music. Chan is Missing has a very special ending, which is a clever twist, appropriate enough, on those old Charlie Chan movies where Charlie gathers all the suspects into the same room. But this is a difference. Rather than give us characters who each might have a reason for killing this guy Chan, this film gives us characters, and they each have a different opinion about Chan and who he really is. In this film, various elements of Chan's character are placed on display, and we are left with a lot of questions. Chan is Missing has been very cleverly directed by Wayne Wang. Visual style of the film really reminds me of John Cassavetes' first movie, Shadows. Both films are quite intimate with their characters, with a lot of handheld close-ups, black and white again. And that is what also encourages us to look for Chan. Chan is Missing is a terrific little movie. I just hope you can find it in your town.
It's in release around the country right now in various art houses, and I loved it too. You know, what I liked about it most was that it was made from inside Chinatown, inside the Chinese-American culture.
We never get there.
This is the first, as you mentioned, the first Chinese-American feature film made by people who know the subject. Usually what you get is Chinese New Year's with James Bond being chased through the streets of Chinatown and dragons and firecrackers, and all the people are just ciphers and mysteries as far as we're concerned.
There's such power always generated by the first in a category, the first look behind. There's no question. Plus, the film, that would have been enough to carry it, but what we have here is two very clever characters. Mark Hayashi is the young man, Wood Moy is the young man, Wood Moy is the older one. This is a very clever bit of casting, very sharp people.
It's a funny movie, it's intelligent. Also, it is about Chinese Americans, in the sense that there are a couple of great scenes where they're talking about how a Chinese person would say it this way, an American person would say it this way. You've got to know the clue in order to understand what's really being said. It's a fascinating movie. I hate to say it's educational. That makes it sound terrible, but I learned a lot about these
We're
people.
ignorant.
Okay, so it's a double recommendation, I guess.